AP News, I'm Ed Donahue. More potential jurors were told to go home today in the New York hush money trial of former President Donald Trump. Kara McGee was dismissed.
I don't like him. I don't approve of what he did as president, but the right to a fair trial is extremely important. And if this would serve to uphold that, then that would be my priority.
No jurors were selected yesterday. House Speaker Mike Johnson says he's not resigning. There is an effort within his party to get him out.
We need steady leadership. We need steady hands at the wheel. I regard myself as a wartime speaker. I mean, in a literal sense, we are. I knew that when I took the gavel. I didn't anticipate that this would be an easy path.
California Democrat Pete Aguilar has been watching it all.
We don't like the chaos and the dysfunction. We've been down this road before. Believe me, I mean, I provided a lion's share of those nomination speeches. I'm not itching to do that anymore. We want this place to work.
Johnson is moving ahead on more U.S. aid for Ukraine and Israel. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen is warning of potential global economic spillovers from rising tensions in the Middle East. The UN Human Rights Office called on Israeli security forces to immediately end their active participation in and support for attacks by Jewish settlers on Palestinians in the West Bank. A federal appeals court overturned a West Virginia transgender sports ban, finding the law violates Title IX, the federal civil rights law that prohibits sex-based discrimination in schools. His family says Whitey Herzog has died. He was the fiery manager who led the St. Louis Cardinals to 3 pennants and a World Series title in the 80s. Herzog joined the Baseball Hall of Fame in 2010.
Being elected to the National Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York, is like going to heaven before you die.
Whitey Herzog was 92. This is AP News. The flame for the Paris Olympics was lit today in Greece.
From the ancient stadium in Olympia, a relay of torchbearers will carry the flame over 3,000 miles until the handover to the Paris Game organisers in Athens on April 26. International Olympic Committee President Thomas Bach praises the successful flame lighting ceremony and says the Games are good for the world.
The Olympic Games, they're the only event which really bring the entire world together at one place.
Spyros Kapralos, Hellenic Olympic Committee President, echoes the message.
Our aim is to remind everybody what in ancient Greece they were doing during the Olympic Games. They would stop the wars, they would put down the arms.
I'm Charles de Ledesma.
The British government's plan for a landmark smoking ban that aims to stop young people from ever smoking is expected to clear its first hurdle. I'm Ed Donahue, AP News.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Need to schedule an appointment for an X-ray, MRI, CT, nuclear medicine, or an ultrasound? Call SMDH Centralized Scheduling at 573-453-5952. SMDH will schedule your tests while working around your personal schedule, help you pre-register for service, and help you navigate insurance requirements before your appointment. Schedule your radiology appointment today with Salem Memorial District Hospital by calling Centralized Scheduling 453-5952. The Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Good afternoon. It's 77 degrees during the noon hour. The wind out of the south at 21 miles per hour. We have a 70% chance of seeing some scattered showers and thunderstorms from about mid-afternoon on. High temperatures expected to be in the upper 70s, and it will be windy. Out of the south at 21 to 24, gusting close to 40 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy, an overnight low of 59. Still windy out of the south at 15 to 23. gusting to 36. And for tomorrow, sunshine, high temperature of 81. You guessed it, still a lot of wind. Out of the west at 14 to 17, gusting to 30 miles per hour. Wednesday night, mostly clear, low of 54 degrees. We'll have a west wind during the evening at around 6 miles per hour. That will turn to the east after midnight. Then on Thursday, an 80% chance of showers, thunderstorms. High temperature 78 degrees, a south wind at 10 to 15, gusting to 23. And then for Thursday night, showers and thunderstorms are likely. We'll have a low temperature of 45 degrees. On Friday, partly sunny, cooler, high temperature of 64. Friday night, mostly cloudy, a low of 43. Sun comes back at least partially on Saturday, a high temperature of 60 degrees. Saturday night, some clouds back in the area, down to 37. And then Sunday and Monday, in the extended forecast, sunshine both days. We'll start to see temperatures warm up. 61 degrees on Sunday, and on Monday, our afternoon high will be back into the upper 60s to near 70. Right now, it is 77 degrees, wind out of the south at 21, relative humidity at 58%. It's time now to get some commentary from the Brownfield Network and also a check of the midday livestock report.
Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. We've all seen and heard the reports of the Texas border counties overrun with record numbers of migrants crossing the U.S.-Mexico border and the inability of border towns to handle the influx of people. Many attempting to cross our country's southern border are running away from the violence they've experienced at the hands of cartels in Mexico and Central America. Cartels engaged in producing and selling drugs, practicing racketeering, bribery, and extortion. These people are ruthless, murderous, and unflinching. Many attempting to cross into the U.S. see no other choice than to become a mule or courier and personally smuggle contraband across the border. Doing so, they are not so innocent anymore. Many crossing or attempting to cross the border illegally work for the cartels by choice. Violent, aggressive thieves, rapists, and murderers are among those who find their way across. America is a melting pot. Unless your ancestors are Native American, your family tree is rooted in another country. There should be a workable process for legal immigration. I'm not heartless. I know there are many innocent people caught up in this mess, coming here to work and be productive citizens, just like my ancestors did many years ago. As the surge of people at the border reached a record high at the end of the year, and it became clear that the influx would expand well beyond the border states, my husband asked me what we would do if a family came walking down the lane to our farm. If Congress doesn't find a solution quickly, that could very well be a question for all of us on farms and ranches in this great country. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
The people at your Touchstone Energy Cooperative wear many hats. Your customer service rep might also coach at the local middle school. Or some of our line workers are also volunteer firefighters. It's true, we take pride in serving our members. That's why you'll find us helping out in our community. Because we not only work here, we live here.
We are Missouri's electric cooperatives. Learn more at membersfirst.coop today.
Have you ever met a nematode? Probably not. But this sneaky ingrate and its billions of friends steal soybean yields right out from under your nose. Nematodes cause up to $1.5 billion in soybean revenue loss each year. And if that's not enough, they also amplify sudden death syndrome. Why? Because they're microscopic good-for-nothing thieves, that's why. Take action against these yield-stealing jerks with Allevo soybean seed treatment from BASF, the only proven winner against both SEN and SDS. And remember to always read and follow label directions.
The Cardinals magazine, the care and quality of its presentation, the thick paper, the glossy photographs, and photographs from Stan Musial to Lou Brock to Jim Edmonds to the present-day players, the Cardinal tradition, the history. It will put you right there in Busch Stadium behind home plate like no other magazine. And it's easy to start a subscription. Just call 314-345-9000 or visit cardinals.com/magazine.
Another sluggish start for direct cash cattle business. Hello, I'm Megan Grebner with the Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Direct cash cattle trade activity remains quiet through midday. Bids haven't surfaced. Asking prices are around $184 plus live in the south, while the north has been quiet. Packer inquiry could start to pick up today, but if business follows the trend of recent weeks, significant trade volume is likely going to be delayed until the latter half of the week. Boxed beef is mixed at midday with light to moderate demand for light offerings. Choice down $2.59 at $298.29. Select is $1.31 higher at $292.65. At the Callaway Livestock Center in Missouri, steer cows 400 to 500 pounds were firm to $7 higher. Steers 500 to 550 pounds were steady. Steers 550 to 600 pounds were $5 to $10 lower, and steers 600 to 700 pounds were $2 to $7 lower. Feeder heifers 400 to 450 pounds were firm, and heifers 500 to 600 pounds were $5 to $8 lower. The USDA says supply was moderate to heavy, with demand moderate to good. The market was active on lightweight calves under 550 pounds for grass, especially steer calves. Medium and large one feeder steers 515 to 537 pounds brought $317 to $345. Feeder steers 850 to 891 pounds brought $231.75 to $241.25. Medium and large one feeder heifers 502 to 548 pounds brought $273 to $291.50. Cash hogs have no comparison at midday in light negotiated purchases. Demand is going to be key to the cash hog market right now. If processors are in need of hogs, it should keep them aggressive in their procurement efforts and bidding up. Global demand for U.S. pork has been strong, and domestic demand is showing a spark of excitement. Both are good for prices. Bureaus and gilts at the National Daily Direct had a base range of 85 to 89.50 and a weighted average of 86.14. Prices at the regional direct markets were not reported due to confidentiality. Butcher hog prices at the Midwest cash markets are steady at $52. At Illinois, slaughter sow prices were steady with moderate demand for moderate offerings at $47 to $59. Barrows and gilts were steady with moderate demand for moderate offerings at $51 to $61. And pork values are sharply lower at midday, down $4.44 at $99.16. Bellies dropped nearly $24 to start the day. I'm Megan Grebner, Brownfield Ag News.
Missouri's black vulture numbers are increasing, and their aggressive nature can cause problems for livestock producers. If you suspect a black vulture problem on your farm, let the USDA and the Missouri Department of Agriculture help you. Reimbursement for necropsy and death loss is available to farmers if livestock loss is determined to have occurred because of black vultures. The black vulture remains a federally protected bird in the USA, so contact the USDA or Missouri Department of Agriculture for mitigation options. For more information, visit agriculture.mo.gov. That's agriculture.mo.gov.
This is your land, the land of opportunity, and nothing should stand in the way of your soybean fields from reaching their fullest potential. Liberty Herbicide from BASF provides the freedom to use across the majority of today's trait platforms, including Enlist E3 and XtendFlex, plus excellent weed control and greater application flexibility for unmatched convenience. Experience the freedom of Liberty Herbicide from BASF. Visit yourliberty-herbicide.com. Always read and follow label directions.
And that's been some commentary from the Brownfield Network and a check of the Midday Livestock Report. It's time now to take a look at our updated funeral announcements being brought to you by Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dade County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information. It will take about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations here in Salem and in Bunker, and also online at our website at ksmoradio.com. Brenda Pearl Jamerson, age 80, of Viburnum, passed away Saturday. Funeral services will be Thursday morning at 11 o'clock in the Wilson Mortuary, Viburnum Chapel, with burial to follow in the Boss Cemetery. Visitation will be Wednesday evening from 4 until 7 at the Viburnum Chapel of Wilson Mortuary. All of the services are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Viburnum. For Brenda Pearl Jamerson, whose funeral services will be Thursday morning at 11 o'clock in the Wilson Mortuary, Viburnum Chapel. Bertha Mae Patterson, age 73, formerly of Salem, passed away Saturday in DeSoto. Funeral services will be Friday afternoon at 1 o'clock at the Wilson Mortuary Salem Chapel. Visitation on Friday as well from 11 o'clock until service time. Burial will follow the services at the Cedar Grove Cemetery. All of the arrangements are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem for Bertha May Patterson, whose funeral services will be Friday afternoon at 1 o'clock in the Wilson Mortuary Salem Chapel. Ernest Dean Look passed away March 20th at the age of 88. A graveside service with military honors will be held at the Oak Ridge Cemetery in Cuba Friday afternoon at 1 o'clock. All of those services are under the direction of the James and Gar Mortuary of Rolla for Ernest Dean Look, whose graveside services with military honors will be held Friday afternoon at 1 o'clock at the Oak Ridge Cemetery in Cuba. That has been a look at our updated funeral announcements brought to you this afternoon as a courtesy of Your World Today. We invite you to keep it here at KSMO. We'll come back in just a moment with a look at local news.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
It's now time for a look at local news brought to you by Southwest Baptist University's Salem campus. SBU Salem campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. If you'd like more information on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem campus today at 501 South Grand Street or call 729-7071. The Salem Memorial Hospital Board of Directors will hold their regular meeting tonight at 6 o'clock in the hospital library. At the meeting, Interim Administrator Jason Edwards will give his report before the board hears the summary of operations for the month of March, as well as statistics for the month. The board will hear about the 340B program, receive the Chief Nursing Officer report from Ashley Owens, and be updated on human resources. In old business, the board will be updated on state and match funding, plus receive a strategic planning update. And in new business, the board will review a governing body bylaw amendment and conduct the election of officers. The board may then vote to go into closed session. The Salem Memorial Hospital Board of Directors meeting this evening is open to the public. If you'd like to attend the meeting electronically, you can contact the Hospital Administration Office at 573-729-6626, extension 4005. And the Salem R80 Board of Education will hold its reorganization meeting at 5:30. That will take place this evening. That will be followed by the regular board meeting in the Salem R80 boardroom. The reorganization meeting will include the certification of the election results, swearing in of newly elected members by the Secretary of the Board, followed by the election of board president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer. The MSBA delegate and alternate will then be selected. The reorganizational meeting will be adjourned, and the regular April board meeting will convene. After the consent agenda is approved, communications will be heard, followed by the superintendent's report before the administration reports from William Lynch, the upper elementary, middle school, and senior high. Clade Moody will then give an update on athletics and activities, followed by other reports from the instructional coaches, special education, and technology. In new business, the board will hear the first reading of the MSBA policy update and approve bond language for the August 2024 election. The board will hear any resignations and then move into executive session to discuss personnel and student issues. The board will then return to open session before adjourning, and that meeting this evening is open to the public. In other news, an accident occurred in Shannon County Monday afternoon at 2:20 on Highway 19, 4 miles south of Eminence. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2017 Nissan Altima being driven southbound by 34-year-old Ashley Lewis of Bunker crossed the center line of the roadway and struck a northbound 2011 Chevrolet Silverado being driven by 37-year-old Jessica Sarton of Eminence. Lewis suffered serious injuries and was transported by ambulance to Mercy St. Francis in Mountain View. Sarton suffered moderate injuries and was transported by ambulance to Cox South in Springfield. A passenger in the Nissan, 30-year-old Nicole Holly of Bunker, suffered minor injuries and was transported by ambulance to Cox South in Springfield as well. It was not known whether Lewis was wearing a safety restraint while Sarton was not and Holly was. Both vehicles were totaled and removed from the scene by Baker's Towing of Birch Tree. The Merrimack Regional Planning Commission is hosting a second chance job fair from 10 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. That'll take place Tuesday, April 23rd at 202 North Smith Street in Cuba. The job fair focuses on employers willing to hire individuals who are justice involved or in recovery from substance use disorder. Employers attending include Walmart, Aerofill, Azpec, Imperial, Manchester Packaging, and Cohen Woodworking, with other employers still reserving spaces to attend. The Missouri Job Center, Missouri Baptist Hospital of Sullivan, and Invent Yourself LLC will also be at the event to provide resources to potential employees. The event is open to the public, and attendees will be eligible to win a door prize. This project is funded through a grant from the Health Resources and Services Administration of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, totaling $1 million awarded to MRPC in 2021. Employers and prospective job candidates needing information can call 573-265-2993, extension 141, for more information. And the Dane County Commission met Monday morning at the courthouse. 120th District Legislative candidate Lance Blair was in attendance, and presiding Commissioner Gary Larson asked him how his campaign was going. Blair said he hears a common theme among voters, and that's that their concerns over inflation, uncertainty about their future, and how they're going to pay their bills. He said he's enjoying visiting with voters and feels his campaign is going well. In the road report, District 1 Commissioner Wes Mowbray said that grading would be done and rock would be added to Dane County roads 5410 and 6020, plus grading only would be done on County Road 6380. He went on to say that brush would be cut on County Road 6470. District 2 Commissioner Gary Polk indicated that grading would be done and rock added to Dane County roads 2500 and 2540, while grading only would be done on County roads 4030, 4400, 4403, and 5245. Larson said he attended the TAC committee meeting last Thursday in St. James and learned from Preston Kramer information that corrected some inaccuracies in last week's release about the Standing Rock Bridge. He said the state has purchased adequate property for the entire bridge to be built during Phase 1. Then during Phase 2, signage will be established. The roadway route to the new bridge would be completed, and there would be temporary traffic signals during Phase 2. Larson also reported that at the MRPC meeting last week, he was appointed to the Merrimack Regional Community Foundation. He also noted that he planned to attend the Tourism Committee meeting Monday night. Dane County Clerk Angie Curley reported the bills were being approved by the commissioners for payment, and she said she balanced with Dane County Treasurer Danita Williams on all accounts for the month of March. It was reported the commissioners took phone bids for 7,500 gallons of diesel fuel. The bid from MFA was at $3.0622 per gallon. From Philmart, the price was $3.05 per gallon, and the winning bid was from County Fuels for $2.93 per gallon. At 10 o'clock, bids were open for chip and seal this summer. Blevins Asphalt bid was $1.91 per unit single coat. Double coat was $3.65 per unit, and 91 cents per unit for primer only on double coat, and they can begin in June. West Contracting of Pacific bid $2.24 per unit on single coat and $4.86 per unit on double coat with no extra charge for primer. The commissioners voted 3-0 to go with the bid, low bid by Blevins Asphalt. The next meeting of the Dent County Commissioners will be Thursday morning at the courthouse, and that meeting will be open to the public. And finally in news this afternoon, after several years of successful antlered elk hunting seasons for Missouri residents, the Missouri Department of Conservation is considering adding a limited antlerless elk hunting season for residents and wants public input. MDC reintroduced elk in portions of Carter, Reynolds, and Shannon counties in the Missouri Ozarks about a decade ago, and elk numbers continued to grow and may soon be able to allow the harvest of a small number of antlerless elk. MDC's population goal for elk in Missouri is to get to about 500 animals and use hunting to manage herd size and keep them limited to Carter, Reynolds, and Shannon counties. The herd is currently estimated to be around 320 animals before calving begins this year. To keep elk hunting regulations as simple as possible, MDC is proposing that many aspects of antlerless elk hunting mirror antlered elk hunting, which has been occurring since 2020. As with antlered elk hunting, antlerless elk hunting would be limited to Missouri residents who would be at least 11 years of age by the first day of the hunt for which they are applying. The application fee of $10 and a permit cost of $50 would be the same for antlerless and antlered elk, and all permits would be assigned through a random drawing. All permits would be allowed to be used in Carter, Reynolds, and Shannon counties, except the refuge portion of Peck Ranch Conservation Area. Permits would be valid for both an archery portion and a firearms portion, as with antlered elk permits. Season dates, landowner opportunities, methods of take, and other details would also be like antlered elk hunting. MDC has not determined the number of permits that will be issued or confirmed a year to begin offering them. The recommended number of permits will be determined through annual staff surveys of elk numbers to monitor the population growth. MDC currently designates 5 hunting permits for antlered elk. To learn more about elk hunting in Missouri, you can visit mdc.mo.gov/hunting trapping species elk. That has been a look at local news brought to you by the SBU Salem campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in the Nursing RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more information about the SBU Salem campus, contact Admission Counselor Chris Welch at 729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact Admissions Counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071.
Not to brag, but I've been crushing it lately. And all credit goes to frozen drinks from McDonald's. Clean my apartment while crushing an ice-cold Oreo frappe. Love that chocolate flavor. Hint of coffee and Oreo cookie pieces. Crush work in overtime thanks to a drizzly caramel frappe. Even fix my own car while crushing a creamy mocha frappe. Start crushing it yourself with a delicious, refreshing frappe from Mickey D's. There are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. At participating McDonald's for a limited time, Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group used under license.
The people at your Touchstone Energy Cooperative wear many hats. Your customer service rep might also coach at the local middle school. Or some of our line workers are also volunteer firefighters. It's true, we take pride in serving our members. That's why you'll find us helping out in our community. Because we not only work here, we live here.
We are Missouri's electric cooperatives. Learn more at membersfirst.coop today.
This is family nurse practitioner Terry Bruno from SMDH Family Medicine. If your family is in need of a medical provider, I'm accepting new patients of all ages. Our clinic is located at Physician's Office Building number 3 on the SMDH campus. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and all private and other insurance. Please call 729-8000 to set up an appointment. Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Save on everyday items with digital coupons at Country Mart. It's easy. Download the Town & Country Markets app and browse through a variety of digital coupons available and clip them to your account. You can also clip digital coupons online at tcmarkets.com. Shop at a store for your favorite items, then tell them your phone number at checkout, and the digital coupons will be deducted from your purchase automatically. Scan the QR code on the in-store flyer to learn more and start saving more today.
As we take a look at our local sports coverage, the Salem Tigers defeated the Mountain View Liberty Eagles Monday 10-5. Caden Du Bois pitched 5 innings, giving up 2 unearned runs while having 7 strikeouts. The Tigers will be home to face the St. Clair Bulldogs this afternoon. Scott Schultz will have the call of the game at 4:30 here on KSMO and also video streamed on KSMO Media. The St. Louis Cardinals got past the Oakland A's 3-1 last night before a small Oakland crowd of only 5,508 fans. Sonny Gray pitched 6 scoreless innings, a 4-hit ball to go with 6 strikeouts. He gave up no walks. Mason Wynn, who's hitting .370 on the year, went 2 for 3 for the Cardinals. The Cardinals and the A's will play again tonight with the pregame show starting here on KSMO at 7:45. The Kansas City Royals beat the Chicago White Sox last night 2-0. Game 2 of the series will be this afternoon on the south side of Chicago, the Royals and the White Sox. That has been a look at our local sports coverage. Right now, a check of sports from the Missouri Net.
Missouri Net Sports. I'm Bill Pollock. Former Major League manager Whitey Herzog died 92. Many remember him for his 10 seasons with the St. Louis Cardinals, where he won a World Series and 3 National League pennants. But before coming over to St. Louis, he had 5 successful years with the Kansas City Royals. In fact, he has a higher winning percentage in the regular season in Kansas City than he did in St. Louis, .574 to .530. And while he took the Royals to the playoffs 3 straight years, each of those times they lost the pennant to the Yankees 76, 77, and 78. Whitey Herzog, dead at 92. Seth Lugo was big on the mound last night for the Royals, a 2-0 shutout win over the White Sox. He had 4 strikeouts and allowed just 4 hits in 7 innings. Vinny Pasquantino continues to deliver a hot bat, 2 for 3, hit his 3rd home run as the Royals improved to 11-6. The White Sox drop another game to the Royals. It's now 5 straight wins over the Southsiders. Good news for Royals star catcher Salvador Perez. He had an MRI on Monday, revealed that he has a minor groin strain. He got hurt in a 4th inning collision at home plate Sunday with Starling Marte of the Mets. He was batting .339 with 4 homers and 15 RBIs in the first 16 games of the season. Sonny Gray returned to Oakland, where he got his start in the majors, got his first major league win there. He picked up his 100th win last night, as he was outstanding, striking out 6, giving up just 4 hits in 6 innings. A 3-1 win for the Cardinals over the A's. St. Louis snaps a 2-game losing streak. They get to 8-9 on the season. Legal troubles for Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice, a new lawsuit in Texas seeking over $1 million in actual damages, $10 million in punitive damages by a pair of people who claim they were injured in that 6-vehicle crash last month. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
FCS Financial, with you every step of the way.
At FCS Financial, we believe that lending should be more. More about relationships, more about opportunities, more about communities. And as a cooperative, FCS Financial's member owners expect more. For over a century, we've been giving just that. We're more than an ag lender, more than a rural home lender, and more than a crop insurance provider. We're a team of ag experts committed to seeing rural communities and agriculture grow. While we do provide the loans and insurance you need, we also live in your communities, attend the same events, and want to see our neighbors succeed. We're family, here to help and stand strong through whatever comes. Visit FCSFinancial.com
equalfinancial.com or call 800-444-3276 if you want more from your lender. An equal housing lender and equal opportunity provider.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the Salem License Office, Roberts Judson Lumber Company, and the Main Street Country Corner Cafe, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Town Screen in Salem.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, April 27th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
If spring allergies keep you trapped inside, then you need Navage Nasal Care to keep you breathing clearly and enjoying all the beauties of spring. Navage helps clear nasal passages that are often clogged because of seasonal allergies. Navage gently flushes a pure, refreshing saline solution through your nasal passages to clear out congestion, sucking out that springtime pollen and other irritants trapped in your nose. Navage is available online at Navage.com or in stores at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, Navage.
Black vultures can be harmful to livestock operations across Missouri. Missouri Department of Agriculture Director Chris Chin.
We are encouraging producers to keep your cattle up close where there's a lot of human activity, especially when you're calving. If you're looking for a depredation permit, we encourage you to reach out to the Missouri Farm Bureau. They're able to issue you a permit that will allow you to take up to 5 of the black vultures. We also are encouraging farmers and ranchers and producers to be reaching out to their University of Missouri Extension office. They have a lot of valuable resources to help you mitigate black vultures on your farm. We also have funds available at the Department of Agriculture to reimburse for necropsy results when the loss is determined to be by a black vulture. This determination has to come from a certified veterinarian or the U.S. Department of Agriculture Wildlife Services. You can find more information about black vultures on the Missouri Department of Agriculture website at agriculture.mo.gov.
Warm temperatures and several chances of showers and thunderstorms in the forecast, and some cooler weather as we get to the weekend. We'll tell you about the forecast in complete detail right after the top of the hour. Right now, we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with news from the Missouri Net. Wofford & Wofford Plumbing can solve all of your septic problems. They have an electric sewer machine and camera to help locate and solve septic problems. Plus, they can handle all new construction, residential, and commercial plumbing, as well as repairs. Wofford & Wofford Plumbing. Call the office at 729-0014, and they can get you taken care of.
Hi, my name is Michelle Bland. I'm the new family nurse practitioner at SMDH Family Medicine. I will be providing family medical services for all ages. I'm now accepting new patients, so please call 729-8000 to make an appointment. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and all private and other insurances. Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out the Salem United Methodist Church, Dent County Health Center, and the local on 4th Street, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Town Screen in Salem.
Missouri Net News, I'm Elisa Nelson. A tornado watch is in effect for most of northern and parts of western and central Missouri until 6 o'clock this evening. The Missouri House Ethics Committee has made public its months-long investigation linked to complaints about House Speaker Dean Plocher regarding allegations of ethical misconduct. The bipartisan committee investigated 9 counts, which include allegations of false expense reports and retaliatory threats. A frustrated Hannah Kelly, who chairs the House committee, made the report public over mounting public pressure.
To be quite frank with you, I am being attacked for my decisions here, which is fine. That's part of leadership.
Plocher is not commenting on the report. And University of Missouri researchers are working on a project to develop a permanent solution to osteoarthritis of the knee. This is Missouri Net.
Everyone has a routine when it comes to getting up and getting out the door, but driving through work zones is anything but routine. Last year, Missouri experienced 35 fatalities in work zone-related crashes. That's the highest in Missouri history. So, while you're getting ready to seize the day, take some extra time for safety. Buckle up, put the phone down, slow down, and drive safely through work zones. So work with us. You play a role in work zone safety. This message is brought to you by the Missouri Coalition for Roadway Safety.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low, and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability, or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.